Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the best tutorial guide that you will ever learn to know. Over time, I've made several videos in regards to this character that you see before you, but none of those videos will be in comparison. They will pale in comparison to this video. Welcome. To the perfect expert's guide on how to Blanka-Chan. I'm your host ADS Play, and today I'll be making a few points that will teach you how to Blanka-Chan. Now, there won't be any visuals as far as gameplay, because you have to understand that knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. And as knowing is half the battle, you have to be taught. We have to have a conversation in order for you to gain that knowledge. So being that we have to have a conversation about you gaining this knowledge, let me have you focus on the dialogue without too much action going on the screen. That way you can learn and you can pick up everything. You can absorb it like a sponge, or like pasta absorbing the sauce. Become the pasta, absorb this sauce. And you too will become a better Blanka-Chan. So the first point I would like to get to is that there's a lot of people out there using Blanka-Chan, and Blanka-Chan just isn't being utilized to his top potential. And I figure videos like this comes right down to explaining what Blanka-Chan is. But to understand what Blanka-Chan is, you must first understand what Blanka-Chan does. Blanka-Chan is nothing more than a troll character. He is a character that is not meant to be played seriously. He is not a character that is meant to be played at an expert level, because that's impossible. You don't play Blanka-Chan at an expert level. He doesn't even play you. Like, you just... I'm gonna leave that there for now. But you don't play at an expert level with a character like Blanka-Chan. That does not happen. And you will see why in a moment. You do not try to get good with Blanka-Chan. You do not play Footsies with Blanka-Chan. That is impossible. Blanka's core gameplay is being an annoyance. Without that annoyance, Blanka-Chan doesn't exist. He is the anti-hero, anti-villain of Street Fighter. And you will grow to learn this as this video goes on. Now, as I stated just a few seconds ago, you don't be good with Blanka-Chan. That being the case, you have to understand that there is no such thing as a good Blanka-Chan. If anybody tells you that they're good with Blanka-Chan, they're lying. And they don't know Street Fighter. Clearly that is somebody that you don't need in your life. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life. You don't need that type of misinformation in your life. So you have to steer clear of people like that. There is no such thing as a good Blanka-Chan. You just get more and more decent with them. And over time, you become very decent, which is the highest that any mortal man can become. To understand Blanka-Chan and to tap into Blanka-Chan's full potential, you will end up on the edge of the universe, and nobody can survive that. Done. Done. As I stated before, Blanka-Chan is a character that at his core gameplay is meant to be an annoyance. You do not take Blanka-Chan seriously, not when you're going against him, and not when you're playing him. At Blanka-Chan's core, he is a troll. Which brings me to my next and final point. You do not play footsies with Blanka-Chan. There's no such thing as footsies with Blanka-Chan. Now I know some of those expert pro gamers, those so-called good gamers, they're gonna come to a video like this and be like, what do you mean Blanka doesn't have footsies? What do you mean Blanka-Chan doesn't? What do you mean Blanka doesn't have footsies? First off, you don't call him Blanka. He's Blanka-Chan. All that has changed in Street Fighter V. He is Blanka-Chan. Do you not see him dancing with Drake? He knows when that hotline blink. Don't make me. He's been in movies, for crying out loud. Casablanca, Titanic. He's even been in a secret boss in Shadow of the Colossus. Understand what you're dealing with here. This is not your average character in Street Fighter. This is no mortal. This is a high deity. And no, I won't even call him a god, because Kratos shown that gods can be beaten, and you don't beat Blanka-Chan. Every game that Blanka-Chan has is a draw. God damn it. Back to the original subject. There is no such thing as footsies with Blanka-Chan. And some of y'all might be thinking, wait a minute, there's no footsies with Blanka-Chan. How can there not be footsies with Blanka-Chan? Every character has footsies. No, see? You're not listening. Blanka doesn't have footsies. He has troll and roll. Everything you doing is just a troll until you get the ability to roll. Once you get your roll on, that's how you win. But that's impossible, because every battle that Blanka-Chan has is a draw. You can't be good with Blanka-Chan. You can only get more and more decent. There's no such thing as being good with a character like this. It's impossible. It is impossible. It is impossible. Put an extra p on that. You don't play footsies with a character like this. All you play is troll and roll, and everything else is a setup leading up to the roll. Now, next time I do a video like this, it's going to be putting this in action so that you can have a battle visual. This video is all about gaining knowledge. And by you gaining knowledge, you know, knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. And you have just won half the battle. Thank you very much for staying tuned with me. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. And one day you will become a very decent Blanka player by following this extremely important, perfect expert's guide, learning how to Blanka-Chan. Keep on gaming.